Guys, as you can see the title, I don't know how I got here. First of all, it's not a prank, let me tell you that. You know, I have on my glasses because I've been crying. And, yeah. I've been crying and my eyes are red and swollen. And, I don't have any other option. You know, so might as well just tell the world, and not the world, but you, my people. Well, it's gonna reach the world eventually, I guess. But as the Jamaican people say, that's something I come here with see, right? First, I must say, you know, I don't even know what happened. At my age, come on, guys. At my age, my God. And so I'm wondering if it's a blessing. I have 3 kids. My oldest is about to be 40. My son is 34 this year. And my youngest is about to be 24. And you're telling me that I'm pregnant, eh? I don't know. Guys, it's a blessing or what? Is it a blessing or what? I mean, as you can see, abortion is not a possibility. Because I found out late. That's number 1. Number 2, abortion is not a possibility because of the new law that was passed. I didn't check it out anyway, so I don't know if it really applies in New York. Because, you know, New York was a safe haven state, and I did not, you know, so I chose to do the right thing. You know, to start all over again, it's not easy. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy. I have not told my big daughter. I told my small daughter, you know, man, she moved good. And she said, Mommy, what? I said, yeah. And the reason why it went so far and I did not realize is because there was no symptoms. You know, no symptoms. With my girls, I carry the same symptoms. With my son, I knew it was a boy because I carried morning sickness for like 6-7 months. Yeah. And he born 8 months. He born a month early. And, well, with my son, I spit as well. But it's spit plus morning sickness. Morning sickness and a lot of pain, a lot of pain. With my girls, it was mostly spitting. But with my baby daughter, I used to carry some weakness, like feeling weak. And because I was 35, I was very weak, you know. I was very, very weak. And with all 3 kids too, with all 3 kids, I was working and I had to stop working. You understand? When my daughter was so weak, couldn't get up in the morning. In the mornings, I was so weak. You know? And I would lay in bed for, it's like, Thank God my kids were big enough at the time, could help themselves. My daughter was 16 and my son was 10. And so thank God they were big enough to get themselves ready to go to school and all of them stuff there. Right? Yeah. I would only gain strength by the time I'm supposed to go pick up my son. I would gain strength by then, but in the mornings it was rough. But that was just weakness. I was just weak. I don't know. Yeah. And I don't know, this time around, I don't know. You're going through menopause, you're feeling stuff, you just assume it's menopause, And then here I am. And so, I don't even know what to say, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to laugh. Oh my God. But I come to you guys and I just don't know what to say. I just do not know what to say. I don't know how it happened. I mean, you know how it happened, but I did not expect that. But I'm trying to embrace it. And I'm just trying to look at it as what I say now, like, I'm 58, guys. I'm about to be 59. 20 years from now, I'm 89. Can you just imagine? But I'll do my best. And then when age take over, I just ask my daughter to assist. Well, I wouldn't have no problem for my big daughter to assist me, tell the truth. I would have a problem for my big daughter to assist me. I wouldn't have a problem for her to just take over and assist me. 10 years from now, I'm 69. These are the stuff that is stressing me. I'm like, 10 years, they're in grade what? 3? I don't know, man. And everything is going good, I have my up days and I have my down days, and everything is going good. Otherwise, there are days when I'm just sad, and there are days I'm happy, I don't know if it's the pregnancy, because there's nothing to be really happy about. I mean, yeah. I always wanted 4 kids. I don't know. Why no? I'm wondering if this is a real, good purpose. Like, when sometimes you have a child and that child becomes someone great, very great. I'm wondering if I am blessed for that reason to have a child this age, to become someone great that I might not would have lived to see either, because the reality of me, not that it's impossible, but you get old and feeble and all them something there. You not even know what go on. You know what I say? Because that time the child is 20. Just 20. Just leaving, well, at that time the child's supposed to be in college, right? I'm 89. Come on. Old and tired and pop down. If I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So, I know somebody will say, oh, I don't know. I don't even know what to say myself. That's why sometimes they never see me a post, Because when I realized, I was like, oh my God, what is this? And then You realize that and you say, what? Ah, I don't know. But I mean, can't hide it from her. Oh my god, hide it from the people them. How am I gonna hide it from you guys? At least for the first much months. Years that'll be my responsibility. Oh my god, hide it. What a lie me that to hide it when me talk to your baby I cry. What am I gonna say? And then you have to just embrace your truth, don't it? Embrace your truth. I know if I know I see this, I say, thank God, why my family that this, you know, I mean I say, damn. You know, I heard of this story, as my granddaughter said, I always hear one story. I heard of this story many years ago, because the person who told me was my cousin. She died 9 years ago. And this happened years ago, like 20 years ago or more. She was by Kings County. And she was in the bathroom. I think it was the bathroom, she said. And she heard this lady crying. This lady, at that time too, that lady's about late 50s. Late 50s. Late 50s. And she heard the lady crying and crying, and you know, at the hospital, she said she thought the lady was diagnosed with a bad illness, and she said she never stopped till she tried to comfort lady, and till she come out of the restroom, and she said, what happened? And she said she didn't know she didn't know she would tell her children. And she said, what happened? Lady said she's pregnant. Lady was pregnant too, in her late 50s. And she said she didn't know she would tell her kids them. She didn't know she would tell her kids them. And at that time, I tell you the truth, cat mouth kill cock. I was, as I said, this was years ago. So 20 years ago, I was in my 30s, right? And I think I was younger than that too. I think it was maybe 25, because I think it's before I had my daughter, and I had my daughter at 35. So it was a long time. But I was in my 30s because I was living here, and I moved here when I was exactly 30. But I was living here, so it's somewhere between 30 and 34 before my daughter born. And I remember I was like, even saying, first of all, when she do them something they find in the first place, forget baby. That's I'm saying, because when you're in your late 20s, early 30s, you just feel at the time, say people at them 50s, if you stop to them something there. I may say, and here comes me. Come here and say, I wish she had done, but she pregnant. She should have done nothing much less. Because the lady was crying, hysterical, crying. She didn't know she would tell her kids them. So she's pregnant. And I was like, yeah. And then here comes me. That's why I have to be careful, because sometimes I laugh for people and in the real life, and the things you laugh for them, and them children for, your children come to the same thing and even worse. In the real life. What can I say, Nobody knows. My supervisor don't know. Nobody knows. But my baby daughter. Nobody knows. So, how many months am I? All enough. All enough. Like October, November, December, January, February, March. October, November, December, January, February, March. About to be 7 months, About to be 7 months. But them don't do months over there in the weeks. So that is why it's so confusing. They do by weeks. And if, by weeks, it's 40 weeks. And by right, people really pregnant for 10 months. Because 9 weeks is 36 weeks, right? 9 months is 36 weeks, right? And most time you have baby 40 weeks. So that is why America don't do months. Every time they say weeks, how many weeks are you? How many weeks are you? Never say months. You are trying to say a month, them say how many weeks are you? Guys, on that note, now stay long. I'm gonna make a cup of tea. What time is it now? So time for my phone alarm. 12:35. Yeah. By the time it alarm, I just end this video. How many minutes am I gone already? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. But I just want you guys to support me. Who they genuinely like me, but just want them to support me. Watch the video them, and yeah. Subscribe, like, share, and comment, But give it a thumbs up, man. Like up the video them, man. Like it up. This is the hardest video I had to do so far. It's very hard. And yeah. You get up every day and talk people business and you have your business as spoiled too. My video today is about my reality. What am I doing with a baby at 58? And so many, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Pregnant at the age of 58. And if anybody else might find out about it, somebody else say, boy, but he said when you're in a premenopausal thing, anything, that's what the doctor say, anything is possible. Premenopausal thing, because you're not having a cycle. You understand? You're not having a cycle like, you're supposed to have a cycle. So you think you're good. You understand? You think you're good. So anybody out there who's going through premenopausal thing and you see a cycle every 2 months or something like that because it become menopausal, and so be careful. Know that you can get pregnant too. Be careful. Know that you can get pregnant. I see them something up on TV and I said, please, that could happen to me, but that did, but I must go dash it away. But sometimes when you find out, you can't dash it away. Because sometimes when you get in the symptoms, it's not as crazy and it's not as obvious, and that in your mind, that's the last thing by your mind. Because, your 50s, you go to your premenopausal something, and then you go doctor now and then you say, I said, type of foolishness. And you do all 3, 4, 5 tests. And realize, say, what? Yeah. And by the time you realize that's what I say, termination is not an option. And maybe termination is not a part of your thing. And now, maybe it's not even legal. So, you just have to say, maybe it's God's will, because, then you purposely will kill yourself. Premenopausal thing is dangerous. You know, I see it all the time on TV and hear people say it, and then, you know, but on that note, I mean, my eyes them still red, still swollen. I don't know. Ah, people.